Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to an episode of Sunday Sanctuary. And this Sunday Sanctuary is very important. It's the third episode, and it's this one's very important to understand and get. I really hope you get this message. Today we're talking about love. Now, love is the most important thing you can. It's the most important thing you can have. Because let's talk about this. Since it's a Sunday sanctuary, let's talk about Jesus. Now, what did Jesus teach us about love? He said the person said, Jesus, what's the most important commandment? And he said the most important commandment comes from Matthew 22:36 to 9. Love the Lord your God with all your soul and with all your mind. And then he said, and the second is like it, love your neighbor as yourself. Now, he's not saying love your neighbor more than yourself, or love the neighbor love more himself more than you. What he's trying to say is you have to love yourself enough, because if you don't love yourself enough, you cannot spread joy, gratitude, trust, or anything. If you don't focus on yourself first, I'm not saying be selfish, I'm saying be selfless. Love yourself enough where you love yourself so much that you want to share your love with other people. Now, let's get this straight. There's different types of love. There's conditional, unconditional, romance, and intimate love. And then there's family-oriented love, our friends and family-oriented love. I'm going to talk about the conditional and unconditional and the romance stuff. Unconditional love is something that you love someone no matter what. And that's the type of love that Jesus gave us. He loves us no matter what we do, as long as we're not trying to go against anything that he's trying to do. A conditional love is more like, I only love you if you do something for me. That's a dangerous love in a relationship, especially if if you are with a spouse, or you are with someone that you care about enough, even family. Romance and intimate, that's saved for marriage, or your girlfriend, or your fiance. This is very important because you do not want conditional love. Conditional love will get you in a dangerous place because you only care about them when they have something for you. You should love the people in your life like they matter so much that you don't care if they mess up or they don't get you something they don't like. They don't help you out sometimes because they have lives too. It's very important to have unconditional love because that's what Jesus has for us. He loves us unconditionally. If you don't believe in all that, just know that people in your life love you unconditionally. You are loved. You should love yourself as you love thy neighbor. Because if you don't love yourself, you cannot share anything with anybody else. I love myself enough to share this with you guys because I trust you that you'll use this information to your own good. Now, let's talk about the last thing. Family-oriented love. Family-oriented love is very important. Your family is all you got, and your friends. If you don't have your family, you have your friends. And people say that you don't choose your family, but you can choose your friends. That is true. But if you have a bad relationship with your family, that's okay. I'm not judging. That happens. You can have a falling out with your family, but it's important to forgive and to make sure you keep it safe because your family is there for you. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but most of the time, your family is there to protect you from the world. I'm speaking to people that are still younger, like 18, or trying to get that. You just graduated high school. You're trying to move on with your life. Your family will and should support you. If they don't have the financial funds to do that, they don't have the funds. You have to do it yourself, but don't get discouraged because they're trying their best. Yeah. So, and friend-oriented love is like loving a friend is like loving like not yourself, but you love them enough, not like romantically, nothing like that. You love a friend like you love a brother. Like that's your brother. Like you can make someone your brother even though they're not related to you. You say that's my brother right there, or that's my uncle right there. That's a different type of love. That's like saying I love you, but like you don't have to say that. Like that's because you'd be like, oh, well, you love me, huh? People be like, you love me. No, love is it's so different. It's so diverse. And as Jesus said, love your neighbor as yourself. What does that mean? Do you love yourself? That's all you have to ask. That's the one question I'm going to ask you today before we leave. Do you love yourself? If you don't love yourself and you say, I want to help people or I want to, if you don't love anybody, then I don't know what to tell you. But if you love yourself, you should love yourself enough to say, this is who I am. And I want to share with people. Before you share with people, protect yourself, because there is certain people that will come into your life and say, I want to destroy what you have. But that's just like a whole different thing. But all you need to focus on is love. Be careful who you show your love to. Not like romantically, not intimate. Just love. Like gratitude, trust. Say like, I love you, I appreciate you, man. When people say I love you, man, that doesn't mean, hey, I want to marry you or I have feelings for you, unless you're talking to a female. No. Or you're talking to a significant other, doesn't matter, female, male, doesn't matter. Yeah. So it's very important to love. It's the most important thing, I believe. I mean, Jesus said it himself. That's the most important commandment, a greatest commandment. If you don't love yourself, there was back in the day, there was so many commandments, and like this person say, "Hey, Jesus, please tell me what is the most important commandment? What is it?" And Jesus just told him, "Love." And this is Dr. Myles Munroe talks about this, and it's the video called "Keys to Self Love." I'll put it in the description below. If you don't watch it, it's pretty long, but if you have the time, go ahead and check it out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next Sunday Sanctuary. Peace out.